We just found an abandoned house near Paris, complete with priceless antiques and memories untouched since 2011. But most surprisingly, no one is allowed to enter the house anymore. Between a row of grand Parisian homes, we found the decaying house of Mister Claude and his wife Édith. A couple who built a life of success and stability, only to have their legacy undone by a family conflict. Claude was a man of resilience. After enduring the horrors of World War II, he refused to let the past define him. He reshaped his life and became a legal expert, and rose to the position of Honorary Legal Advisor to the commercial court. Together with Édith, a devoted wife and mother, they created a home filled with love, raising 2 children who were the center of their world. But when Claude and Édith passed away, the family fractured. The children, once inseparable, now find themselves in a legal battle over the house. The very courts that Claude once upheld justice became the setting of a heated family battle. Unfortunately, this is something we see far too often in France. Families torn apart by inheritance disputes, leaving homes abandoned for years. With no resolution, the house was sealed off and left to decay. Now behind locked doors, a life of memories, antiques and history remains untouched. Not lost to war, but to a family conflict.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Bros of Decay, and we are filming an incredible place of an incredible person here in France today in a very crowded village, but you're gonna love it. It's such an amazing place with such incredible history and pieces of antique inside of it. But first I want to give you a quick glimpse of the outside of the place. I have to be a little bit careful because there are neighbors on either side, but let's take the camera. Let me just show you. Thank you, Leon. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna whisper a little bit because there's literally neighbors to this side. And here you can see the beautiful outside of this place. It's quite tall, but surprisingly on the inside, the building feels very narrow and small. It's been abandoned now since 2013. And it's quite overgrown over the years. As you heard in the story, the children have a big fight over who actually owns this property and what to do with it. So that's why it's in this state right now. Let me see if I can go up the stairs and also show you on the side of the building or the back side. Okay, just gonna up this a little bit. Here we can see the backyard, which is unfortunately also completely overgrown over the years. My God. Their back patio, you can get a glimpse of the building. But of course you all came to see the inside of their house and hear the story of their lives. And we're gonna make our way inside of their garage first, of their basement, and see what we can discover over here in these lower parts of the house. He had a very distinguished taste in the things that he bought, and he has a lot of antiques throughout the house. And even in his basement, probably the things that he didn't want to put on display in the house. The first thing I noticed when I came into this house was this telephone standing here on top of this radio. I really adore these types of telephones. Of course, I have never used one of these in the span of my life, but they are incredible. And a religious artifact right next to it. And you are probably asking yourself why the radio down here looks like it looks. Why is it so white on the outside? But that's actually just mold forming on it. I've seen this multiple times in abandoned places, that mold forms like that on objects, and I don't know why it does on this radio like this, but it's quite interesting. And saw blades and everything. Of course, he used this basement to store all his tools and his working equipment, besides the antiques that he didn't want in the house. Wow, lots of paint. It was big on paint. Wow. Okay, and even a little casket here full of books. These tin cans are very interesting. Establishment au planteur de café manufacture pour usine Gumet. Don't know exactly what this is, but there's blue balls inside of here. Should I even touch it? Ew, they leave a stain on my hand. Oh my god, I have no idea what this is. Yeah, it cannot be healthy. There's even a typewriter standing here. Map, never heard of this brand before. Looks quite advanced with the big part up top here. Wow, maybe it's for typing bigger papers than A4. Cabinet. Is there still something in the cabinet? There's some rolls and some glasses in there. And the whole basement is just cluttered with things, as you can see. Some irons, an old fridge. But I adore these marble clocks. We see them all the time in the abandoned places. Wow, they're mostly standing on top of fireplaces. They don't belong here in the basement. Yeah. The basement of the place. And here is the old washing area. This house has certainly been built before the 1900s. I think this might have been an old washing basin, but here we definitely see the washing machine. Washing and drying, essorage, that means drying in French. I love how they operate. Just to put it in there, we're not very used to that in Europe, where you load the washing machine from the top. Wow, the arched ceiling. Vaulted ceiling, I should say. Sticker on the side. This might have been like a storage area for foods and wines and stuff like that. I saw this toilet here and I immediately adored it. The reservoir up there has the same color as the doors and the windows. It's that typical French style flushing toilet where you have the lever and you can pull it. And yeah, we don't want to look inside of the toilet, but it's such a cool artifact here in the house. And here I actually found one of the coolest things, or one of the most impressive things inside of the house. As you heard from the story, Mister Claude fought in the war. But his father, George, that was his father, also fought in a war. And he was a higher commander in the army and actually got a lot of awards after he finished. After they won the war. And here we see, this is from the Belgian government. This is a honorary plaque from the French government. And here we have a note that came straight from the American president. And it says that they sent gratitude and appreciation for saving the Allied forces in the army. And same goes for the French one and the Belgian one. So he was a very, very important person during the Second World War. Oh, what do we have here? This is some sort of an army crate still lying here. And it still even has some sort of an uniform inside of there. Wow, that's incredible. Even some medals hanging there on the back. These people, they were important during the Second World War. But Claude, after the war was over, he didn't want anything to do with it anymore. So he just went back to school and decided to restudy himself and became the person he was during his life. Definitely subscribe to the channel and like this video if you already liked it so far. Watch it till the end because this video is going to be incredible. We'll be heading upstairs right now and you're not gonna believe what we'll find over there.
Claude's life was shaped by war before he ever held a weapon. Born in 1926, he was just a teenager when the Second World War erupted, and his father was sent to fight. As Paris fell in the Nazi occupation in 1940, daily life became a struggle. Curfews, food shortages, and the fear of German patrols turned the city into a prison. Claude watched as his family, friends, and neighbors mysteriously disappeared, taken by Gestapo and forced into labor camps. Determined to help, take action, and overthrow the Nazi regime, it joined the resistance, smuggling Allied prisoners and Jewish families out of occupied France. And while Claude was acting in the shadows, his father fought head-to-head on the front lines. After witnessing the horrors of war firsthand, Claude carried his trauma for life, but channeled it into law and justice, determined to prevent others from suffering unjustly. After the war, he rebuilt his life, yet the past lingered in the relics he left behind. Medals, documents, and artifacts of a young man who risked everything for the freedom of others.
Let's head upstairs and let's check out their house. They have decorations everywhere, throughout this place, in the stairway, everywhere you can look, there are decorations. Here we have Mont Saint-Michel, one of the most famous sites in France. It's such a beautiful historic place. If you ever are in France, definitely visit it. There's some keys from the house even still left. Those classical keys, rusted up. Wow. And then we're gonna enter inside their beloved place. The first thing I notice is the wallpaper literally wrapping up to the ceiling on every single wall of this place. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's a bit much, I would say. But this kitchen is completely overthrown. It also used to be a very small kitchen as well. But yeah, we cannot see much of it anymore nowadays. It's just a pile of stuff. Some of the kitchen utensils still in there. What's this? Oh my god. A Lego one? Wow. Okay, that's a bit creepy. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Here's a calendar of 1996 lying down here. And also a drawing or a painting of somebody. Interesting. A lot of different posters and everything still lying there. Even this book that I saw, besides not wanting to do anything with war anymore, he did have a lot of literature throughout his house talking about war. This is about the resistance, and you can see the swastika and everything on there. Very interesting that he still had that and that he still studied that in some way. But let me show you this room, because this is one of my favorite rooms inside of the household. The dining space. It's so beautifully decorated with such wonderful antiques. They were lovers of everything beautiful and handmade, and all the antiques inside of this place are so tastefully chosen. This high cabinet with the pillars, the marble top, the plates on there. Oh, I see this plate unfortunately has broken. That's a bit sad to see. But all the plates are still here. Nothing has been taken. And that, like you heard in the story, is due to the fact that the children cannot agree on what to do with this household. Wow. Love the carvings. Just want to show you all the carvings. The children right now, they are in a legal battle. They are in court fighting over the final destination of this house and how to split it or what to do with it in the end. Wow, you hear this a lot in France, and that's why there are so many of these places abandoned and left behind. Even a wonderful marble fireplace in the corner of the room here. Again, with a mirror above there, with wonderful carvings. And also on the side we have these plates hanging on the wall. Here the canes of Mister Claude, of his wife Édith, still hanging. The leather chair underneath. And this cabinet here to this side is so incredibly massive. It's probably one of the biggest cabinets I've seen, and also one of the most intriguingly carved cabinets that we have encountered so far on the channel. I love to see all the detail on this masterpiece. You can see some music, people sitting presumably in a bar, drinking, playing music. Just have a detailed look at how they created this piece. Wow. I don't understand why we make furniture like this not anymore nowadays. It feels like a sin to me because everybody can literally look at this and say, yeah, that's beautiful. And it is. I first thought this was a sword of some sorts, but I later discovered that it's probably part of a bin of a duster, like it's a broom of a duster. Wow. Is this one of the feet from the cabinet? No, it feels quite heavy. It's probably from a plasterwork or something. Claude has glasses still lying here. And down here we can even see the bottom parts, the bottom doors are all so completely carved. Wow. The children, they were just with the two of them. It was a girl and a boy living in this place. And it's not entirely sure to me why they are having so much difficulty trying to decide what to do with this place. But yeah, unlike their father who tried to prove justice in court, they, however, only fight in court nowadays. This is a back scratcher, everybody. Look at that. Looks like there's a marble hand, or that's incredible. And then we have this piece, this beautiful piece of antique, standing here in the corner. It's a Chinese, Japanese chinoiserie, I think. No, that's wrong. You can call it, but it's beautifully made. Even has some sort of a gold leafing on there. And it's completely hand painted. Even the small door handles are completely in style. See what's in there? That's the television, everybody. Wow. That looks quite modern in comparison to the house itself. It is an old television, but it looks quite modern in comparison to all the furniture in this place. I didn't expect to find that. Wow. That's a nice way to cover it up, to not ruin the aesthetic of the room. A lovely, lovely clock face up here. Incredible. Here the family of four came together. Édith, Claude and their two children would all sit here around the table back in the time. Many, many decades ago. Beautiful leather carved seats. They are worth so much money. And such a sin to leave them behind like that. On the table we also have these massive books still lying here. That's encyclopedias explaining everything in the world. And right above the table I was so amazed by this lantern, by this lamp. You can also call it some sort of a chandelier, I think. But it has this stained glass on there that also looks like crystal in some way. And then this wonderful woodwork around there. Depicting, I suppose there are dragons, but I'm not entirely sure what animal is depicted there. Wow. And there on the ceiling you can see some signs of decay. But surprisingly, this house is in such a good state after being abandoned for roughly 11 to 12 years right now. Even a small piano standing here in the corner. Or is this an electric organ? And we can see a picture of most likely Claude and Édith together. The people that used to live in this house. They were a very happy couple, everybody said. Very nice people. Love to see that. Even plates up here, as you can see. And from this wonderful, wonderful dining area, you could walk straight through this glass door into, I think you could call it a salon or the lounging area. But it's just a lovely room to relax in the evening. A wonderful chandelier hanging here on the ceiling, crystal chandelier. Let me show you this side, because here you can get a real sense of how the room is set up. It has two chairs, most likely for Édith and Claude to chill in, to rest in at the end of their lovely days. Wow. Let me start on this side with this cabinet here. I love the curtains inside of there. Let's see what's stored in here. Lots of bookware, lots of documents are stored inside of this cabinet. I've not looked through them, but they probably are from Mister Claude, his work. I can see some letters directed to him. Yeah. Wow. And then some gold plating up here, some metal work. Absolutely lovely. Oh wow, this drawer is also unique. Does this still function? Yeah, it's also full. Ah, look at this. Mr. Claude had some nice cigars lying here for him to enjoy in the evening. Wow, some cigars, some good liquor, and then he could just chill out here in this room. There's a picture of the man himself, and even some antlers, most likely from a deer. This looks like a very, very old picture of a young man. And then here we have another picture. But I don't think these were his children. These were most likely him or, yeah. And here in the corner of the room we have a beautiful chinoise cabinet. I just love the way it's made. So incredible. All the carvings on there, all the artwork. This was true craftsmanship back in the time. Inside, encyclopedias, A to Z, beautiful big books, and even some handwritten letters. Wow. Probably written by Claude himself. Wow. And then inside the cabinets, they're even designed. That's a whole lot different than the furniture we buy nowadays. On top of here, we have a record player still standing. What kind of music did I listen to? Chanson souvenir. Wow. And a Dutch flag. That's nothing to do with the house, probably. They got it somewhere. Wow, a lot of paintings also left here. See the signature, it says Ben on there. What is such a beautiful manor without a piano, a grand piano standing in this room. Made in Paris, BRV pianos. Wow, the sconces on there, really nice. And the tapestry above there, a wonderful, wonderful tapestry depicting a lush garden. These ladies lying down here, enjoying their times. Even a book over here. And lots of encyclopedias, definitely a lot of very, very literate people that lived in this house. But I really adore this piano, and I'm quite curious to learn who was the one who played the piano inside of this household. Another wonderful painting hanging here from the same artist, Ben, it says over there. And again, the same photograph of Claude hanging here on the wall. Everything in this house is perfectly designed, as you can see. Even this candle has wonderful designs on it. Incredible, incredible room. This house in general is just an incredible piece. It's time to move on further throughout this place. So I just made a mistake in the beginning of the video telling you that this house has been abandoned since 2013. Me and Leon just did some research and we found out that Claude actually died in 2011. And that's this calendar, the last calendar of this place, depicting 2011, so it's sure that he passed in that age. He was born in 1926, so he lived to the age of 86, I believe, if I'm correct. And I also found this little amulet on the table, and it's exactly the same one as the one you see down here on the calendar. So most likely they got it from there. Oh no, it's not exactly the same. No, this is Jesus and this is something else. But it looks like it. It's not exactly the same. Okay, but here we are in the hallway, and there's some more interesting facts about this hallway. First and foremost, you see the Battle of Britain here. It's again something from the war that they left in this place. This man was somehow obsessed, but somehow dreaded his time that he had to fight in the world wars. Also again, some paintings. Wow. And also here we can see a diploma or an award that Claude got over the years for his work. He was the Honorary Advisor for the commercial court, and he got so many beautiful awards, just like his father got awards for his efforts in the war. They were both very honorable people, and they fought for their country, for liberty. Beautiful. Marble top, and I love this corner piece over here. And it looks like, again, a chinoise cabinet. You can see it again with the handles over here. Beautifully crafted, beautifully painted. Everything in this house fits, except for the mirror. The mirror is ugly. And here, everybody, we have the front door. It's actually not the front door, because it makes so much noise. If you open it up, you come into a small hallway that feels like it has been added on later. It doesn't feel part of the house. So they had the front door here and the front door there, which is very strange in my opinion. But yeah. Oh, look up here. Around the corner they have wooden gloves. Typically Dutch, but also used in France a lot. Definitely part of the French culture. Hello, I don't want to walk into you. Okay, some statues, a gnome or a policeman standing here, and some horses, even a horse iron. Wow, horse hoof. Okay, don't want to drop that, it makes so much noise. Lovely little hallway. Let's close this up again. Even all the keys of the household are still hanging here on this makeshift key hanger. Probably even the key to the front door, and everything is still there. Some paintings up there. And the grandfather's clock, of course, standing here in the corner of the room. Wonderful clock face, beautifully designed. With all this paint underneath here. I just adore it. It's wonderful. Candle sconce, that candle holder up here. Just try to open this. I just want to show you the mechanism. Oh, it's falling apart. Whoa. Incredible. Okay. Yes, okay. Here you can see the building is peeling paint and everything, but no real, like, severe damage. Let's head upstairs. The damage up here appears to be worse than downstairs. Look at that. That's not really that bad. It's just some wallpaper peeling off. I'm quite intrigued by the statue. It's this young boy that's standing here in the corner, and I just bumped into it, and his whole head is detached, which was very strange to see. But it's an 1885 statue. I don't know exactly the name. It's of course not original, it's just styrofoam. But I love it. It's quite interesting. And even a cuckoo's clock hanging here on the wall. Beautiful cuckoo's clock, and of course more paintings and depictions and everything over here. Wow, that's such a lovely house. Everything was so nice. Cabinets with antiques. Oh, look at the cups inside of here. Aren't they beautiful? Wow. A lot of broken ones as well. Here we have a globe lying that also doesn't have a stand anymore. That's also completely broken. This is a... Oh wow, this is something from the military. Look at those. There's a postage card. And that's written... I cannot really read it, what's on there. It says cheese. One of those sentences, salad, cheese, boeuf, which means meat, pomme, which means, yeah, potatoes. Very strange. Why is that written? That looks like a shopping list on the back of this military card. And here we have this depiction of cocks in a swirly manner. What's this over here? Looks like it used to be a walking cabinet. But a lot of clothing of these people still left in here. Interesting. And then we have the first room here to the right side. And it looks like this used to be one of the children's rooms. We have a single bed still standing here and a lot of stuff to look at inside of this room. Oh, this is one of the chairs that belongs to the downstairs dining area. The leather work chairs, beautiful leather work on there, on the seat and on the headrest, the backrest. Wow, plastic flowers, of course. Oh, and this is maybe Édith when she was enjoying the beach at some point. Look at these toy antique drawers that we have over here. Isn't that beautiful? Even the children got the toys in the style of the furniture back then. Another typewriter. Oh, this is a little bit broken. I fixed it again. Let's see if it still works. No, it doesn't. Lovely little typewriters. And the hats of Édith all still lying here. It looks like she might have used this room at some point, because a lot of stuff from her is in here. The picture, the hats. This might have been a picture of her herself back in the time when she was younger. Lovely flowers on the wall. Even purse lying here on bed. Is this a Singer sewing machine? Gisela. I've never heard this brand before. Gisela. Does anybody else also know the brand Gisela? Because I have never heard it before. And of course another one of her hats lying here. And another of those leather chairs. Wow. The cabinet is still completely filled with all the bed linen and everything from them. My God, even more hats from her lying here. Oh, I didn't even notice yet, but here the decay inside of this place is the most severe of it all. That looks pretty bad. We have something more. Oh, look at this. The suits and the jackets and everything. Even the ties from Claude are still hanging here. My God. This doesn't up? Yep. My God, everything is still left in this place. Then next to here is yet another room. And I believe, I do think that the other room was used by Édith, but this was surely the master bedroom of this place. A beautiful master bedroom, a small room, I must say, but very tastefully decorated, very lovely decorated. They had this lovely chandelier hanging here in the middle of the room. These are real crystals. And then this upholstered bed underneath it, with the suitcase standing in front of it, still made. There's even a bunch of keys lying here on the bed for some reason. A lot of keys still left in this place, but that could all have been due to the fact that the children are in this severe legal battle over this house, and they just seemingly cannot resolve it, because it has been like this for 13 years right now, and nothing has happened in that time. So not even like taking stuff out or anything. It just stays like this probably until people start robbing this place and it completely falls apart in that way. Lovely things, decorations around the bed, little shelf to put a statue on top of, and even a television standing there right next to the bed. Let me see on this side first. A poof, feet rest. It also has this braiding here. And even more. She was really into hats, as you can see. 1, 2, we already saw 6, 7 in the other room. Lots of hats from Édith lying here. A typical French antique chair it's standing on. We have another picture here. Oh no, this is all part of wallpapers, I think. Know what am I saying? Like newspapers. Another one of her hats, and here is another one. And purses. She also had a lot of purses, as you can see. Wow. Let's see if there's still something in this cabinet. It's filled to the brim with her clothing. Oh my god, what's this? Wow, this looks like a weasel or something. Ugh. The hairs come off my gloves if I touch it. That's disgusting. My god. And then this one to this side. Yeah, I'm gonna try to open it up. Let me see if I can still do it. Yeah. Oh, packed with our clothing again. A lot of pink in here, a lot of vibrant, lively colors. Ooh, and it smells. It smells not terrible, but it has this very strong, stinging smell coming out of the cabinet. Not very pleasant, I would say. Okay. I'll leave that like that. And then we have another one of those similar chairs standing here in front of the fireplace. And again, a purse of hers lying up there. Lovely. These look like safe boxes. Wow, and another depiction of a cock here on the wall. What a room, love it. Wow. What more do we have upstairs here? A ladder. That's very tempting. I might try it in a moment. Let's see what we have over here. And this looks like it was their washing area, their bathroom. Yeah. Their toothbrushes and everything still standing here. But it's impossible to walk in here right now because it's completely filled with stuff. Let's try that ladder. Yes, how am I gonna do this? Yeah, let me turn around the camera. So, okay, I'm gonna try to do this. Oh my god, this is difficult. Yeah, especially with a camera in my hand. Yes. Okay, just wanna give a quick peek in the attic. Ooh. Oh, what's this? That's not really something interesting up here. Just a lot of chairs standing here in the attic. Okay, let's go down again. What a wonderful French manor again, with a story that just intrigues, but I'm just also sad that the children are in this position right now. I hope they resolve their issues pretty soon, because it can be heartbreaking to lose your brother or sister. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, write a nice comment. Also check out the nice merch that we have right now on the website in the description. And with that all said, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. And we'll see you next week in another incredible place again. Bye bye, love you so much.